What's up, guys? It's the Tech Playoffs, and as you can see, I picked up another refurbished iPad Pro. I was so blown away by the first one that I picked up. It was I believe it was a second gen iPad Pro, third gen if I'm not mistaken. And that thing was brand spanking new. I got it from Apple's Refurbished website, and brand new casing, brand new battery, no performance issues, nothing like that. So I went ahead and I picked up the 4th generation 2020 iPad Pro. So this is it. As you can see, I'm unboxing everything. This one does come with a charger, which is awesome. For some reason, Apple's getting rid of the charging bricks on the new devices. I'm glad to see the refurbished ones at least come with chargers, because these are not cheap. The iPad casing, again, is brand new. As you can see, it comes with a cord as well. Brand new. No issues, no dents, no scratches, no nothing. So let's get this powered on and see how this looks. So as you can see here, I powered it on. I'm going to give it its first boot, and then I'm going to go ahead and set it up, and then we'll check it out to see how the performance is on this iPad Pro. This is a 2020, again, iPad Pro. If I'm not mistaken, it is a A12Z processor. It's not the latest one that Apple has now. It's not an M1. It's nothing like that. But this one was cheap. It's not expensive as the new M1 Pros are. Okay, so during the setup, it did prompt me that there was a newer software update available, and it is giving me the option to update and install it through the setup process. I think that's awesome. The hardware on this thing is amazing. It has a square design. As you can see, it has USB Type-C, not Lightning. It has 4 speakers, quad speakers that go all the way around the device, which makes this sound amazing. It gives you a surround sound feel, and it's gonna be great for gaming, watching movies, looking at media through social media, stuff like that. So you're gonna have a great multimedia entertainment experience on this iPad. So as you can see with my setup I have here, you can use this iPad with different setups, different experiences. You can do gaming, you can use this as a laptop replacement or desktop replacement. It is a powerful iPad. Again, not as powerful as the new ones because the chips do differ. But like I said, you can have a little laptop experience. If this is gonna be your primary computer or gaming device, you can see these accessories do work. Okay, while the iPad is still downloading all the apps and setting up, I'm gonna scroll through this. As you can see, it is fluid. It's 120 Hz ProMotion display, great resolution. You don't see any pixels on the screen. Everything looks really clear. Opening apps and closing apps, just butter smooth. So you're getting a great experience. Like I said, it isn't the newest processor. It is a little bit older, but it does handle a lot of tasks. So you can see here, I'm opening Apple News. Looks great, feels great when you're scrolling and just reading documents solely off the app. Okay, other than navigating to the device with your finger, which most people do, on this iPad, again, you can plug in keyboard, mouse, controllers through Bluetooth, which do give you a different experience. As you can see, I'm scrolling through the iPad with a Bluetooth mouse and the scroll wheel. Everything's smooth. It is a great experience. You can type with the keyboard as well. Nothing's plugged in. Everything is done through wireless. So like I said, if you want to write papers, or you're going to go through social media, go to Twitter, write some stuff down, chat with friends, even through iMessage, this is a great experience if you're at a desk or just at a primary place where you want to get comfortable and just have fun. So as you can see here, me navigating through Safari with the mouse and keyboard is a similar experience to either a laptop or a desktop. You can use the keyboard with shortcuts. You can use the mouse to scroll through a website. It doesn't feel uncomfortable or out of the ordinary at all. It does feel normal. The web pages, as you can see on the iPad, look amazing. The transitions are smooth. The animations are really smooth. Everything looks amazing. No issues so far. So like I mentioned, this iPad does have quad speakers, which sound amazing. So I'm gonna put a song so you guys can hear the experience on how these speakers sound. So from that audio test, you can tell that the speakers on this sound amazing, as well as the mics. The audio I am recording for this video is being solely recorded off of the iPad 2020 iPad Pro. It sounds great, and the mics pick up the voice from what I can hear very, very clearly. Again, like I said, navigating through the OS with keyboard and mouse is amazing. Watching videos as well is amazing. You can see a sample right here.
It's my son again.
This is my family, and I will not let you take me away from them. God didn't bring back Jericho.
Then I did.
So this iPad is also supposed to have great cameras. Again, I don't know many people that take photos and videos with their iPad, but if you do need it for document scanning or anything like that, it does have a good camera and a good video experience. If I'm not mistaken, it does record up to 4K 60. You have the option, like I said, to hear podcasts with great speakers on this thing, watching YouTube videos, stuff like that. So you're gonna have a good experience. Okay, so scrolling through Twitter is really good. Using external hardware, as you can see, I'm not touching anything, just scrolling with the scroll wheel. It seems really smooth, just like it would if you were touching the screen. No issues in that area. For some reason, Twitter's having an issue loading images really quick. It could be my internet speed, but everything looks great. You can click links. It opens straight to the Safari. If you see something off of Twitter you like, you can go ahead and buy it. These sneakers look really nice to me. This is my style. So I'm gonna go ahead and check my size and add this to my cart so I can pick them up right after this video. But as you can see, scrolling through web pages, clicking links, no issues in that area. So as you can see here, other than connecting keyboard and mouses, you can also connect gaming controllers, either Xbox, PS5, Stadia, whatever Bluetooth controller you have. It will work with the iPad. It will connect to Bluetooth, and you could also game using these controllers. So the iPad I picked up is cellular compatible, so I can hook this up to an LTE company like T-Mobile and use this off of Wi-Fi, which is great as well. So like I have mentioned, other than using Xbox and PS4, you can hook up Stadia. Stadia does connect through Wi-Fi as a controller, which is a good experience in my opinion so far. I'm gonna go ahead and test out Battlegrounds. Stadia does not have an app in the App Store. You do have to go to Safari to go ahead and use that service. Apple does block that app from being in the App Store. That's the reason. But it does run great off of Safari. I haven't ran into any issues, any stutter, any major bugs. The games that I use run great. First-person shooters, sports games, stuff like that runs great in my opinion so far. So we're gonna test Battlefields just really quick in the beginning. It's not gonna be a full match. I'm just gonna run through the training really quick just so you can see how the response is using the controller, if there's any lag or anything like that. Just a heads up so you guys know what to expect if you're gonna run a setup like this. Okay, so before I start the game, I am using this with the Google Stadia controller. This is a controller here. It has USB Type-C for charging and connecting to certain devices, as well as a 3.5mm headphone jack. Okay, and while I'm using this Stadia controller, it doesn't seem to have any lag. Again, this is plugged in through Wi-Fi or connected through Wi-Fi, so it is being used wirelessly. I don't see any major lag or any frames dropping or anything like that. In terms of the controller, using it wirelessly, it works great so far. Just on this game, I haven't experienced it on anything else yet. But so far on this game, the controller works well. The movements, the frames, the latency, everything seems to be working well. All right, so right now we are going to test Cyberpunk. Again, this is through Stadia. I just want to show you on how your gameplay could be on an iPad Pro 2020. This is ran again through Stadia. So this is supposed to be a really graphic intense game. I know when this game got released, a lot of PCs couldn't run it. A lot of gaming consoles had issues running it. If you had a console that wasn't the latest one, like the previous gen ones, I know they couldn't run it so well. So on the iPad, I just want to show you how it runs. This will depend on your Wi-Fi connection or your LTE connection. But if you have a pretty decent connection, you're going to have a pretty decent experience. This is a good game. You can get it through Stadia as well as other consoles, but I think on here it runs pretty well. I haven't played it much. I played it just, the beginning of it just to get the experience, but so far it's ran pretty well. As you can see here, the animations, the graphics, everything looks good. The way the game sounds as well gives a really punchy sound, so I like that. I'm gonna just give you a brief experience of where I left off so you can see on how the graphics look, how the gameplay is, if there's any lag or anything like that. For me, there isn't, but that will vary depending on your Wi-Fi connection or if you're plugged into LAN. That does change your gaming experience. So let's get into it really quick just so you guys can see how it looks so far.
Thicker than I thought. Piercing it'll take a couple hours.
Couple hours? Can't do it any faster.
Want my brain to burst into flames? Just sit down and enjoy your snazzy sweet.
Thanks. I will. V, you take it easy, okay? Ready up. What do you think? Why'd you give it all up?
Who gave what up?
You already know, boo. Old news. But instead, you're like, nah, fuck it. And what do you go do? Start a fucking gang. Steal dragons or some shit.
All right, guys, now to wrap this up. In my opinion, from my experience within just the first couple hours of having this, everything sounds great. The games play very well. The videos look good. Cameras take pretty decent pictures. The battery's pretty great so far. In terms of performance, everything seems great when you're going through the UI and opening apps, closing apps, playing videos, playing games through Safari. That experience has been pretty good so far. I did notice some lag when I was editing this on iMovie. I don't know if it's iMovie. I'm going to try a different app like LumaFusion to see if that gives me a different experience. But other than that, guys, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions or concerns, write it down below and I'll get to it as fast as I can. Other than that, guys, have a blessed day and thank you for watching my videos. Peace.